Feeling good. Just another day of training. My name is Jesse Bam Rodriguez, 25 years old. I am born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. I fight in the super flyweight division, 115 pounds.
Nice uppercut, and the left hand floors Naoya Inoue.
So far in my career, I've accomplished unified champion 2 times.
WBC and Ring Magazine super flyweight champion of the world.
Training out here in Riverside, Moreno Valley. Since the beginning of my career, I was training alongside world champions, so just being able to pick that up firsthand, I think that's a huge advantage. I'm surrounded by greatness, so how can I not become great myself? Chose boxing because I wanted to be like my big brother. He had always wanted to box, and then my mom never let him. And then just one day she let up and decided to let him try it out, go to the gym, and then I tagged along with him for like 2 weeks, but I was just watching in the stands. And then on that third week, I just went in and tried it myself and stuck with it ever since. And 3 fights I lost, so I just stuck with it and won my first fight. And after that, I just fell in love with it.
Stylistically, I know I'm going off on Bam because I'm a big fan, but you know, I think stylistically, he may be one of the most difficult guy in the world to fight, other than Crawford. He's a southpaw. He's got great footwork. He's got good defense. He's got a chin. He's got a heart. He's mentally focused. You mentioned the combination punching champ. He hits the head, the body, everything. I mean, the first knockdown when he knocked down Estrada, uppercut, 1-2, bang. It was perfect, right on the money. Like the champ says, like playing.
The stage is set. Superstar Unified Junior Bantamweight World Champion Jesse Bam Rodriguez has made the move up to Bantamweight and has decided to face WBA Bantamweight Champion Antonio Vargas on June 13th in Glendale, Arizona. This is a massive fight for Bam, who eyes the legacy-defining clash with Naoya Inoue. However, in his path stands Vargas, who will be eager to put a dent in Bam's hopes of a mega Bantamweight clash with Inoue. Bam Rodriguez has been a popular name in the lower divisions for years. However, only recently has he earned the name and recognition and constant debates about his pound-for-pound status. The undefeated boxer has come a long way, becoming a world champion in 2 weight classes, including the unified WBA, WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine super flyweight titles since November 2025. He previously held the WBC super flyweight title in 2022, and the unified IBF and WBO flyweight titles from 2023 to 2024. His promoter Eddie Hearn holds him in high regard and recently shed light on his meteoric rise across divisions.
Bam, I've got to thank Kevin Rooney as well, who's our sort of matchmaker in the US, who spotted Bam a long time ago. I mean, Kevin comes to me with a lot of young fighters, and some go on to, I mean, they're all good fighters, but some obviously go on to be special. And Robert Garcia told me many years ago, look, honestly, like, take a chance with this kid. He's so good, he's this. And he was a light flyweight. And I just thought, like, we don't really have a lot of light flyweights, but I put him on a show, he looked good. And then obviously he was going to be on the undercard of Quadras against Rungvisai. Rungvisai pulled out and we had a week to go. Jesse's fighting at light flyweight. It's like, look, do you want to step up 2 divisions and fight Quadras for the world title? And he's like, yes, wins that fight, big performance, stops Rungvisai, drops down to flyweight, because they always said that we're not super fly, we're light fly, but then dropped to fly, won that world title, unified it against Sonny, and then that was the fight they said we can't make fly anymore. And he looked massive on Saturday night as a super fly. So I know that at 24 years of age he's going to bantam, he'll go to super bantam. So you're talking about, in my opinion, a 4-5 division world champion in weighting, and the ceiling for him is so high because he's just going to get better and better. And I'm just pleased now that he's actually becoming a star. Like, a lot of people in boxing have been a fan for him for a while. Now, boxing fans, the casual boxing audience, and even beyond, are starting to recognise how good this young man is.
Many people might not know this, but Bam Rodriguez has trained with some of the biggest names in the sport. Bam has been in the boxing gym with names like Shakur Stevenson. The boxing superstar had plenty to say about Jesse, but there's one sparring secret that Shakur recently revealed during an interview.
Bam since Bam was like a little kid. I actually sparred Bam a long time ago. He was little.
You sparred Bam?
Yeah, we sparred at the OTC. He was smaller than me.
What year was this? You can remember, like,
I want to say I was getting ready
2011,
for the Olympics.
2010?
I want to say I was getting ready for the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
I'm sparring him. I'm playing. I'm like, man, you know, it's a little dude. I'm playing around.
Yeah.
He was like a goodbye shot. Boom. Like, damn. Like, how the hell this little dude punch harder than people like my weight?
He was dropping everybody with body shots in amateurs.
Yeah.
That's how he started getting his name out there.
So at that time, I was real close with him, but it kind of threw me off. I'm like, man, this dude strong for like a little kid and a smaller guy. But I always knew how special he was. I always knew what type of special talent he was. I remember watching him spar other people his size, and he just beating them up. Like, he used to beat a lot of people up in the gym. So you could tell when you're in the gym with these fighters.
Who's that other level? Yeah.
Sure. Bam was definitely on a whole different level there.
Bam is an exceptional boxer, but he's going to be the challenger going into the fight with Antonio Vargas. The Mexican-American and Puerto Rican WBA bantamweight champion feels honored to be fighting a boxing superstar. During their pre-fight press conference, Vargas praised Bam as one of the best fighters in the sport, acknowledging him as a top 3 pound-for-pound talent. Vargas expressed great excitement for the challenge, noting that fighting and beating the best is the primary goal of the sport. He believes his past tough experiences have prepared him for this high-level matchup and looks forward to testing his growth against an elite opponent.
We spoke to Robert Diaz. You called this out. They said you had a dream about winning this fight. This was the one you wanted. Ready to go June 13th against Jesse Rodriguez in Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, I'm really excited, man, because like you said, Bam is one of the best fighters in the sport right now. Top 3, pound for pound. So I want to challenge myself with a guy like him, and I look forward to giving the fans a good fight.
Obviously, your pedigree is sensational, amateur and pro as well, an Olympian in 2016. But over the last couple of years, you've had to go into the Lions Den. What's that experience been like for you to prepare you for a fight like this? Those tough fights in Japan, and against, especially coming off the Hager fight as well, which was a sensational fight.
Yeah, it's definitely been good experiences for me as a fighter. You know, I'm still growing, I'm still developing, and it's definitely helped me to learn and grow. And I'm looking to put those experiences, you know, to the test, because he's on another level. So I look forward to, like I said, giving the good fans a good fight.
Bam is kind of like, I know he's a rival on June 13th, but it seems like every fighter that we talk to say, yeah, he's one of our favourite fighters. Now you get to face him. Is that what it's all about? I know you believe you can win this fight, that's why you're in it, but that's what you want, to face the very best in the sport and try and defeat those pound-for-pound greats.
Yeah, that's the name of the sport, is to fight the best and to beat the best. So he's one of the best in the sports right now. So I really want.
Bam acknowledged that he's the challenger going into this fight. He expressed deep respect for Vargas, highlighting his background as a U.S. Olympian with extensive amateur and professional experience. Bam emphasized that despite some fans writing Vargas off due to a lack of mainstream recognition, he anticipates a very dangerous and high-stakes battle. He noted that moving up to 118 pounds to pursue a third division world title provides more motivation than a standard title defense. Bam looks forward to returning to Phoenix, which he considers a second home, as the challenging environment and significant risks involved are exactly what push him to perform at his absolute best.
Back again, just said before Antonio got on the stage, challenger this time. It's pretty fun, right? Pretty cool. You've been defending those belts, you've been collecting those belts, now a new challenge up at 118.
Yes, sir. Antonio Vargas, like you said, he's a U.S. Olympian, has a lot of experience in the amateurs and the pros as well. He's a tough fighter. He has good speed. So I'm expecting a very tough fight. A lot of people are writing him off just because he doesn't have a big name. But come June 13th, I'm expecting a great fight, a tough fight from Antonio Vargas, and it's just going to make that much of a better fight. It's going to be a lot of fireworks, so tune in.
Yeah, I guess that makes him dangerous. The fact that he's young, the fact that, you know, not naive, but yet to be in those massive fights, the excitement of that, the pedigree, the CV, amateur and pro as well. This is a real live dog, a live opponent. You've got to be at your very best.
Yeah, for sure. These kind of fights are the fights that bring out the best in any kind of boxer. You know, high stakes, a lot to lose, a lot to gain as well. So I think both of us coming in with that mentality is going to make a great fight.
Talk about that move to 118 pounds. I know when we were talking to Robert, of course, the dream was that it's on ice for now. There is that return back to 115 to fight for undisputed as well. But when we talked about like a voluntary defence or something like that, it wasn't really of interest. You want to keep on pushing the boundaries, keep on collecting the silverware, and that was important for you this time around.
Yeah, exactly. I think a title defense wouldn't have excited me as much as this fight does. Moving up to another division, trying to conquer another world title against a fighter like Antonio Vargas will push me that much more inside the gym and make me go out there and perform a lot better.
The presser was full of surprises as it was revealed that both these fighters have a past history, with Bam having sparred Vargas several years ago. Their historic sparring session adds to the excitement of this matchup. Both fighters have high expectations from this clash and will be looking for nothing less than a victory.
Since he was an amateur, I do a lot of the scouting for my dad at the gym, and he's somebody that I've seen fight since he was an amateur. And I believe Bam also told us a couple weeks ago that they actually got a little bit of sparring when they were younger kids at the Olympic Training Center. So, we're looking forward to the fight. We know Antonio's a great world champ, and it's going to be a great night.
Well, it's fascinating. I didn't know that. Is this true story? How old were you when you two were sparring? Or do you remember that spar?
Yeah, we was tech sparring. It's something where, you touch it. But he was, man, I think at that time I was at 114. I think he was like 106. Yeah. So I would have never thought, man, that he would get to the level where he's at right now, just to see him grow the way he did. It's inspiring me, man, and like I said, I'm just glad that I get to fight a fighter like him and share that ring experience. So
finally, a question, one more to you each. Antonio, June 13th, Desert Diamond Arena. It's going to be a huge night, huge crowd. Everything you've dreamed of, those kind of fights. You envisage it, you see it. I know you said you've dreamt about this as well. You beat this guy, you become a pound-for-pound great. Is that what happens on June 13th?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. That's what I'm training for. With God's help, He's given me the strength to get this far, and God, His hands is over me, and my strength comes from Him. My glory goes to Him. So I'm looking for the victory June 13th.
And Bam, finally for you, business as usual. I know you respect the fight, you know the challenges there, but your confidence is growing and growing. Just at 26, a true great of the sport. Many big nights, big achievements, and another belt to the collection in Glendale, Arizona.
Yes, sir. Just another great night, another great performance, and ready to collect another belt.
Well, we cannot wait. June 13th, part of a huge schedule on DAZN around the world. Two great fighters, Antonio Vargas, the WBA world champion. This time, Bam Rodriguez, the challenger, one of the true great pound-for-pounds of the sport. We can't wait for another electric night in Glendale after the last fight with Nunes Navarrete. This card's going to be even deeper.
Bam seems confident going into this fight, especially considering this will be a new weight class for him. In an interview after the presser, he expressed immense excitement about moving up to bantamweight at age 26 to pursue his third world title in a third division. He views this as a massive milestone toward his goal of becoming a boxing legend. Regarding his future, Bam envisions eventually reaching 126 pounds, with 130 pounds being his absolute physical cap before retirement. While he is focused on capturing the 118-pound belt, he remains open to moving back down to 115 pounds for an undisputed run if the opportunity arises.
All right, well, look, moving up again. It's obviously very important for you to, place your name in as a legend one day to become a possible three-time world division champion. How does it all feel for you right now to be given that opportunity against Vargas?
It's exciting just to be back in the mix, finally have a fight day, finally have something to work towards. So for me to move up once again and try to conquer another world title in another weight division, become three-division world champion at 26 years old would be a huge accomplishment. So that's my main goal right now, and June 13th, I'm going to make sure I accomplish that.
Now, this is going to be, what, your fourth time fighting in Glendale?
Arizona. Yeah, second time in Glendale.
Is it second time?
Yeah, I had 2 fights in Phoenix.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was fourth time. But I know I read somewhere that you wanted to actually have it back in your hometown, but the venue wasn't available. That's obviously in the near future something you'd want to have.
Yeah, for sure. I was hoping it was this fight, but the Spurs are in the playoffs and most likely going to make the finals. So
Bam has been dominating the lower divisions for years now, and he's already achieved legendary status at only 26. Legendary boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has always held Bam Rodriguez in high regard, referring to him as the complete package. Atlas has long recognized him as a special fighter and the ultimate opponent for Naoya Inoue. Reacting to his stoppage victory over Pedro Guevara, Atlas praised Bam as a sophisticated and smart fighter, emphasizing that his nickname doesn't fully capture his high boxing IQ. He highlights Bam's composure, vision, and ability to systematically break down opponents using feints, jabs, and body work. At just 24, Atlas noted Bam's balance and technical mastery, comparing his discipline to the standards of legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. Atlas believes Bam is already a top 5 pound-for-pound talent. He successfully predicted Bam moving up through multiple weight classes, potentially leading to a massive future showdown with Naoya Inoue as he continues his ascent in the sport. Hall of Famer Tim Bradley also broke down Bam's fighting style, comparing him to a puzzle. He described Bam as an exceptionally efficient and suffocating fighter who thrives in tight spaces. Using a creative revolving door analogy, Bradley explains how Bam uses intricate angles to dominate opponents, appearing in one spot and disappearing to another instantly. He emphasizes Bam's elite educated jab, which allows him to control distance and blind opponents to set up power shots. Bradley also notes that Bam's constant pressure and high-speed processing force opponents into making poor decisions, eventually breaking their will through mental and physical exhaustion. Bradley further highlighted Bam's masterful use of angles, comparing his footwork to an accordion. He explains how Bam uses front foot and back foot shuffles to pivot around opponents, creating openings from both sides. This constant movement, combined with stepping in and out of range, feints, and counterpunching, creates a suffocating environment. Bradley notes that this relentless, multi-layered pressure forces opponents into a state of panic.
Oh, that's Bam. Oh, working on angles, both sides. You know, we call them front foot step shuffles and back foot step shuffles. He even used angles on your ass. Pivots as well. Bruh, loading one side, you know, to be able to deliver a shot. You know, Bam Rodriguez, I also noticed that he can be like Shakur Stevenson and be that damn accordion. Be like the ocean. He can. He play with the distance. Oh, back and forth. Oh, he play with that distance. Oh, he'll feint you. He'll step in, step out of range, make you step in, step out of range again, and bing, 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 and piece your ass up. Yeah, like in a damn accordion. I don't know the sound of that motherfucking accordion, but I'll just let you know. It's just like that. He can expand, he can come together. Expand and come together. Bam can do all of that too. Yes. Make you fall short, counter punch the shit out of you. Yeah. You know, you wondering why he's so damn so effective is because not only does his opponents have to have great decision making, you know, but they got to be able to take as well. He basically suffocates you. He suffocates you. Yes. You know them rooms that just slide and just keep sliding and keep sliding and keep sliding, feel like it's smashing you. You know, you going frantic like, oh shit, what do I do? You looking for X's and shit. Where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, that's Bam. That's Bam. Yeah, he that wall that just sliding in on your ass. Sliding in on your ass. He might come back, but that bitch keep sliding on you. It might stop for a minute. He playing with you. Stop for a minute, and then it continues. He playing with you.
With Bam moving up in weight, there's a lot of talk about a future fight with Naoya Inoue. Bam Rodriguez is confident that a super fight with Inoue is closer than ever. He believes the matchup is inevitable as long as both fighters keep winning. Bam emphasized that the fight could be easier to finalize because he is more than willing to travel to Japan, a place he genuinely enjoys visiting. While he isn't certain of the exact timing, he envisions the clash happening as early as the end of this year or by mid-2027, depending on their respective schedules.
Obviously a name that's kind of etched alongside yours is Naoya Inoue. This is the first time I've ever heard Eddie Hearn actually speak about it like it's going to happen. Yeah. Have you had those discussions?
No, not with Eddie. No, I mean, not with no one really, but in the back of my mind, I know that fight is going to happen down the line. I feel like it's closer than ever now. As long as I keep winning, he keeps winning, then I feel like it's going to happen.
I don't think, maybe you'll correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you'd have any problem going to Japan because you love Japan from what I know of you. Does that make it easier to make this fight happen because you're open to going to Japan to make it happen and he doesn't have to come to the US?
I mean, I feel like it would be a whole lot easier to make that fight happen just because I love going to Japan and spending time there, so I have no problem going over there to fight.
In terms of Vargas, what can we expect from him when you step inside that ring in Arizona?
He's a tough fighter. He gets dropped, but he gets up and fights his ass off, so I know he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of will to win, so I'm expecting a very tough fight. A lot of people are writing him off just because they don't know who he is, but if they go back and look at his amateur pedigree, then they'll see that he's a real fighter. He's a U.S. Olympian, so that speaks a lot about his skills and abilities, so I'm expecting a very tough fight.
Do you believe that once you do come through this against Vargas, that at the end of this year there's a possibility that we could see the Naoya Inoue fight, all being well that he beats Nakatani coming up?
If not this year, I think early next year or mid next year for sure.
Obviously in Japan they love to do those fights around Christmas time. Is that something that maybe could be on the horizon?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know too much about that. I'm just ready to fight whenever the time does approach.
Upcoming fight with Antonio Vargas is just a stepping stone to a mega clash with Naoya Inoue. That's the fight that could decide who is the true pound for pound great. Of course, Bam has to win the upcoming clash with Vargas. We'd love to hear from you. Who wins this fight? Would you love to see a clash with Inoue next? Let me know in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.